Welcome. In today's session, we will look into more about the Child Support Enforcement Agency as to whether it's a corporation or the government. As most of us were involved in this, we understand that it is a corporation, but in this episode, we're going to look closer into that question. We're going to start with uh, child support for Harrison County, Texas, where Harrison County, they discontinued their contracts with the Child Support Agency. Yes, a county does not have to participate in the Child Support Agency process or the Child Support Enforcement process. Here is another contract. This is Cullen County, Texas, again, with the Office of Attorney General. Again, it's another contract. This here is a special announcement for those of you who have received what is called an intercept for your stimulus check. In some cases, $1,200, some even more. If you're having problems with that or the agency has taken your funds, please reach out to us. We have a remedy for that. Hello, my name is Chris, and in this session, we will look at the status of the Child Support Enforcement Agency, whether it's a corporation or a government. We'll look closely at that question. But the focus really is how this interferes with your rights. Let's get started. We have a section called Call to Action. This is where we provide our tips as we cover this topic of what you could do in order to escape the child support program. As always, if you are a 1099 worker or an independent contractor, you can escape the child support program. They have no authority over you. We have a video called Know Your Rights. We're producing an episode called Mother Did Not Put You on the Program Part 2. When we produce that, we would love to notify you when it's released to the public or prior to the public. So we're asking, subscribe to us on YouTube and follow us on Facebook as well as Instagram. So let's begin with Harrison County. Harris County stated last year that they are going to discontinue their contract with the Office of Attorney General. As you know, the Office of Attorney General manages the child support program. So in this, if you look at the date that I've downloaded from their website, it's June 4th, 2020. That's the most recent download. And I've listed the website here in the event that they decide to take this page down. But here it says that Harris County have decided they don't want to participate in the child support program any further. So let's look at Texas's statute on the child support. As you know, child support is managed at the state level, even though it's a federal program. So in Chapter 231 of Untitled Services, it says that the Office of Attorney General is the designated state's Title 4D agency. That's a government agency, right? Could be, but this is a contract. In Section 231.012, which is Child Support Enforcement Management, it says here that to participate in a statewide child support program for enforcement, a county participation is voluntary. Yes, that is, if a county decides that they don't want to participate in the program, they can choose not to do that. And in the Texas statute, it is clear that it's voluntary. You often heard the phrase that child support is voluntary. So now let's look at another county called Harrison County, which is now Ohio. The newspaper called The Times later reported this. It says, the Harrison County is renewing its contract with the Child Support Enforcement Agency for needed services. So let's read further in this article. Again, I'm taking it from this article. It says here, where the arrow is, Child Support is submitting the renewal for the Title 40 contracts for the magistrate clerks, which are the same basic form they've been using for the past 17 years. That is, they have been doing this for the past 17 years. How many people knew this? Next, further in the article, it says that the contract that they just signed is for a unit rate about $230, and it's devoted to IDV issues, the actual hearing time, preparation time, research, and drafting by the magistrate and clerks. The total contract is about $124,000. But look at the last paragraph. It says 1/3 of the cost is paid by the county, while the remaining 2/3 are reimbursed by the Child Support Enforcement Agency. And they're doing that through contracts. So where are we with this? We've said on this channel over and over again that child support is nothing more than an interstate or intrastate contracts between the child support agency, separate unit, and the counties. This is what the Supreme Court came back in U.S. versus Sage in the Court of Appeals in New York. Now, why is that important? Well, it's important because within those contracts, they're called incentive payments to the states. That's 42 USC 658A. And in this provision, they have what is known incentive pools. That's additional money if the states were to participate in the child support program. Again, participate voluntary in the child support program. So in Section A, the pool was $420 million for fiscal year 2000. In 2002, it was $450 million for their participation. So the incentive pool is critical why counties and states are involved in the child support program. So what does that boils down to? Very simple. Child support is nothing more than a business. It is a corporation, it's a private agency. Sometimes it works from the Attorney General office in Texas, and many states do provide that, but they do that or conduct that via contracts. It is all about the contracts. In this case, in 2018, total of $28.5 billion were collected in child support, and they paid out $27.4 billion. Doing the quick math, there's about $1.1 billion that's sitting out there that participates in the child support program, and it's available to the incentive pools for those who choose to participate. So here are the top 5 states that collects about 25% of all the child supports that are out there. Obviously, Texas is number 1 at 4.2, and we have several videos that we've covered on this, and California is 2.3. The reason why we highlighted California in this chart is California's population is about 39 million. Texas's population is about 19 million. That is, California has twice as many people than Texas. How is it that Texas is able to collect twice as much funds from half the number of people than California? Could it be because of those contracts, those lucrative incentive pools? If you have any question, please feel free to ask us here. I'd love to get your feedback on this. So what is this? So here we are. It is my opinion. This is all about the money. Has nothing to do with anything else. Contracts equals child support equals incentive pools. It is not the government. As you saw, as reported for Harrison County, Ohio, the incentive was coming directly from the Child Support Enforcement Agency to the county. So it's the reverse. They are being paid to participate in the Child Support Enforcement Program. We have a video on this channel called Mother Did Not Put You on Child Support. We suggest that you review that video. So here we are at our call to action phase, where we give you tips of how you can defend yourself. Now, here are a lot of people and a lot of the templates that we have reviewed, I've reviewed. Many of you gentlemen include that child support's a contract. You didn't sign the contract, produced a promissory note. All of that is correct. But here is, for my consideration, stop using the contract focus. I think it makes no difference. There's contracts floating all over the place. But what I suggest that if you want to include the issue of a contract to let the agency, or if you're going through the child support program, then add this simple statement as part of your documents or template that you've used. It just simply says that the child support is equivalent to an interstate contract, nothing more, nothing less, and then add one or two exhibits. Here, I put in Harrison County, Texas, and the second uh, exhibit is Harrison County, Ohio. So add this and then be done with it. Don't go any further in your paperwork about contracts and the rules of contract and the law, and you need two people. Just just say that they're being paid via a contract from a child support agency. Also, we learned in Ohio that the judges and magistrate, they never signed any contract. So in your paperwork, you're asking them, "Oh, please, show us your contract." They're going to tell you that, "Well, we never signed any contract," and that is actually true. And they've been doing it for 17 years. So I don't find that as a strategy for getting out of child support. Again, focus on what is needed to get out of child support, not on what is obvious. They have crafted this program very well. Uh, just focus on your paperwork that list or highlight there's a contract, but don't use that unless you can find a way to make it a part of your arguments for escaping. Then to me, it's irrelevant. So now we're at the end of this presentation. And as always, if you have any comments, please email us. We also ask that you like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, as well as press the notification bell. We do a lot of research here and from time to time, and we select the appropriate and the relevant information that you could use in your template. Now, as always, if you want to send us your template, we'll be happy to review them as well. And for this, we ask for a small donation of $25 or any amount just to continue our research. And here we are at the end of the presentation. We have a few videos that you can select. Have a good day.